Welcome back to Studio B54, where we review things. Movies, vlogs, videos, whatever. We're throwing shit at the wall. Um, Today we're going to review Training Day with Denzel Washington, I think. Let me just check. It was a good movie. Good movie. And Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. What did we take away from this movie? Okay, this is the thing. I thought at first it was about corruption. Like, this whole movie is like, oh, one man has too much power. He gets corrupted. Um, Total power becomes total. Absolute power corrupts absolutely and stuff like that. I'm like, that's what this movie's about, you know? And then I'm like, no. What this movie is about. This movie is about if you. I think this is what it pays to invest. If you do small acts of kindness throughout the day, then I think somehow you'll benefit at the end of the day. Don't do them to benefit, but they might benefit you. You know, like. The reason I say this is because throughout the whole movie, this dude's getting taken advantage of. For like the week before this, Denzel's character knew he was going to get a new cop, a new rookie to come in and like try to take over the position or a new position. And this dude starts framing him. And the Denzel cop is like a dirty cop. He does unlawful search and seizures. He drinks on the job. He, steals money from people. Yada, yada, yada. The new guy's like, yo, dog, I'm not down for this. This isn't how I live. Strangely enough, this movie is about, the LAPD and LA County and stuff. They mentioned the San Fernando Valley, and I'm like, oh, look, I live in the San Fernando Valley. Woo! I should not throw that out there. Anyways. So the movie's about the San Fernando Valley, or whatever, LAPD, dirty cops. And I've heard about this in real life. If you're interested, go look it up. And like, people talk about this for real. Like, there's like a gang of cops in the United States, especially like on the West Coast, that are like do these kinds of things. So just, I don't know how much truth there is to it. Back to the movie. This dude, the rookie, is like, I'm not down for this. Like, that's not how I live my life. I live my life like I'm a good boy. I write tickets and I take evidence and stuff like that. And Denzel's character is like, no, dog, we don't do that here. We incriminate criminals. We take their money and then we let them go and show them that we're the bosses because we have the badges and that we're the head honchos here. We're the people. We're judge, jury, and executioner. And if someone gets in your way, you kill them. So there's this scene in the movie where they're driving down the street. This is after the rookie had smoked some PCP and marijuana and stuff like that. Because Denzel made him do it. He like held a gun to his head. He's like, you gotta do this. And he's like, okay, if you want to be part of the team, you gotta do this. And he did it. He smoked the weed from PCP. So they're like driving down this alley, and the rookie sees a girl getting assaulted. And he's like, yo, stop. I gotta go help this girl. And he's like, no. Like, we gotta go. We got things to do. And he's like, no. I gotta go help this girl. So he gets out of the car, runs over this, young girl, like 14, 15. And she's like in like I think she's like in a private school or something like that. So she got like a little plaid skirt and like a little shirt, and she has no business being in this alley. And the two dudes are like harassing her, and then he gets in the way and he starts punching these dudes. He starts kicking their butts and like he handcuffs them. And Denzel's character doesn't join in on the fight just yet. He just tries to get, they separate them and the girl. And that's just the rookie. The rookie is fighting for his life. And the young girl gets upset and she's like, oh, you're going to hear about this, to the crackheads that were trying to rape her. You know who my family is? I'm part of the yada 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 street gang. I don't want to say words because I don't know what gang it was. I don't remember. And she's like, I'm gonna hurt you, and then the rookie's like, go be on your way. Like, we'll take care of this. And he's talking to Denzel. He's like, okay, so we'll arrest him, we'll book him, and we'll take him in. And Denzel's like, no, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna steal their drugs, and we're gonna steal their money, and we're gonna beat the crap out of them. And if they don't like that, we're gonna shoot them. And the rookie's like, no, dog, like, no, like, this can't happen. And he's like, yes, that's what's gonna happen because we got somewhere to be. And they kick their butts, the crackheads' butts. They kick the crackheads' butts, and they just let them go. The girl ran away, went to her ditching party or whatever. So now comes the interesting part. The interesting part is where this is the whole scheme that Denzel's character, I can't say for Denzel, but Denzel's character is in trouble with like the Russian gangs or whatever. And he has to like pay him up like $1 million. So he goes and gets a search warrant for this drug dealer who has a lot of money hidden in his house. And the reason he does it is to go pick up the money. So like, let's say there's $8 million. He's going to report that there was only like 6 million. So he keeps two, one for him and one for his crew. And then he pays, the people above him, the ones who okayed the search warrant, this and that. Like, very sleazy. Like, everyone knows what he was doing. Everyone above him and in his team knew what he was doing. But like the regular cops, like the uniform cops, they have no idea what he was doing. So they kill the drug dealer, they take his money, and all his friends, his group of guys, there's like 6 people, like, yep, this is what happened. The new guy shot the drug dealer because he shot one of our friends, and then we took him, and then we found the money, we seized the money and drugs, and there was $6,000 in drugs, $6 million in money, and this and that. And the rookie's like, I am not gonna be okay with this because I'm not stealing $2 million. Like we need to report all this money. Like, we have to do things by the book. And he's like, no, you're not. Like, you're gonna. I have 5 officers saying that you shot the drug dealer and this and that. And he's like, no, I won't agree to it. And he's like, so what are we gonna do? Like, he's like, I'm gonna report all of you. And then Denzel's character goes, well, I'm gonna report you for drinking on the job and smoking weed and PCP, because now he's thinking, he's like, oh crap, that's what I've been doing during the day. Like, this dude forced me in some kind of way to do all this. And he's like, yeah. And he's just gritting his teeth. He's like, fine, whatever. So he goes through along with it that he shot the drug dealer or whatever, and he goes, and they're like, the Denzel's character, who's like the chief guy in charge, he's like, you know what? Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm corrupt, and I used to be like you. I used to want to change the world, but these streets changed me, Like, I don't know. I wanted to be a good cop, and then I just started getting money and this and that and corruption, and started feeling good. But you still have the opportunity. Give me 18 months of your time and be one of my officers, and then you could be the detective you want to be. You could have my job. Like you could, but you have to change this organization from the inside out. And he's like, yeah, it's like that. Gives a bullshit, excuse. So they leave. It's getting, dark. This is all happening one day. Like it's literally one day. It's training day. And towards the end of the day, like probably like the sun's already going down. He's like, we have one last stop to make. We have to pay off. He doesn't say we have to pay off, but that's what they're doing. They're paying off one last group of people before Denzel has to go back to the Russians and pay them their $1 million before he gets killed. And they go to this Latino community and they walk into this like gangster house, and then they drop off like a blender and like a food processor, and then in the blender and the food processor there's probably like $40,000. And then after he drops the money off, Denzel goes, I gotta go take a dump. Hold off here, rookie, and just, talk with these vatos or whatever. So he goes, he takes a dump or whatever, and the vatos are just like playing card games. And he's like, oh, you want to join? He's like, yeah, no, I'll hold off. And they're like, come on. Like, Alonzo, his name's Alonzo. Denzel's character is like, he takes really long dumps, like, dude's constipated all the time or whatever. I don't know. He doesn't know how to eat fiber. And he's like, oh, okay. So he plays a game of cards. A game of cards. He plays a game of cards. And he wins. And one of the cholos goes, hey, Vato, let me see your gun. What kind of gun you carry? He's like, you probably carry like a snub-nosed gun, He's like, nah, like I carry a standard issue Beretta, 9mm Beretta. He's like, let me see it. And then the officer's like, nah, you're going to see my gun. And then Smiley, which is like, I guess the main cholo, he's like, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. And he pulls out his Beretta. It's like a nice silver-plated Beretta, really nice, And then I don't know why, but this fool pulls out his gun. He takes out the round in it, and he takes out the clip, and he gives it to the cholo. Not Smiley, but to the other cholo. He's like, man, this is a nice gun, And he gives him back the gun. And Smiley took the magazine, and he's looking out the window, and the rookie's like, yo, where's Lonzo? Like, you gotta go. And he's like, well, Lonzo already left, dog. You're the one only here, stuck here, like, what the hell? Like, you're a problem. And then, like, they start getting into a fight, and then the rookie punches Smiley. He's like, damn. And Smiley's like, you know what? You messed up, dog. Like, you came in, you punched me in my own casa. That's fucked up. So he calls everyone to clear out the house. There's like a bunch of people inside the house, and the only three left. The only four people left are Smiley, and two other cholos, and the rookie. And they walk him into the bathroom, and they start opening the faucet to the bathtub, so that they could shoot him, and the water could be taking the blood on its way out, And one of the cholos goes, wait up, dog, let me take out his money, like I want to keep his stuff. In that little like predicament or little incident that he was doing that, he pulls out a wallet that the rookie had picked up that belonged to the cousin that was getting her ass kicked. And it turns out that the cousin is Smiley's cousin. He's like, hey, look, this vato has your cousin's wallet. Like, what the fuck? Why? He's like, oh, Alonzo probably slipped it in there to, like, mess with you. And then he's like, no. He's like, no. I don't know this girl. I don't, like, I've never touched her or anything. And then Smiley was like, so then why do you have this picture? He's like, he didn't want to say, you know, he just like, what does it matter? You know, he's like, well, this is my cousin. You gotta tell me why you have her wallet. And then he's like, I saved her from getting raped. And he's like, no, you didn't. Stop lying. And then Smiley calls his cousin, and he's like, hey, yo, think it's Letty or something. He's like, did you go to school today? And she's like, yeah, I went to school. And she's like, tell me the truth. Did you go to school? He's like, fine, no. Like, I was ditching, and I was walking down the street, and I got harassed by these two dudes. And he's like, yeah, really? And he's like, yeah. But some cop came in and jumped them, and I managed to, you know, be safe and stuff. And he's like, wow. And they're like, what did this cop look like? And it describes, you know, the rookie like a scrawny white guy, you know. And he's like, damn, it is you, you know. And that saved his life. This small act of kindness saved this man's life. He got nothing from it. He got his ass kicked both times. But that's what I think this movie is about. Doing small acts of kindness can one day, I think, save your life. If you do the things right and for the right reasons. These things can save your life. Great movie overall, you know. The rookie gets his revenge. What would I score this movie? I've seen it twice. I think you have to watch it twice to get a really good understanding. Once is a good time to watch it, but you kind of have to know. No, you don't have to know, but you have to really pay attention. It's a 2-hour-long movie. I give this, the first time I watched it, I gave it, I'll give it, let's see, what would I give this? I give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good movie. It's good, but it's not, I don't think it's great. Like, it's got a lot of lessons in there. You can learn from things. Comment, like, subscribe. If any movies you guys want me to review, leave them in the comments. Peace.